would definitely not try to do that. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even bother. I like killing things. I don't like hexing them. But if it works for this person, I guess it works. It just doesn't work for me. That's all I'm trying to say here. With that being said, let's go ahead and actually start playing now that I saw what I wanted to see. So, as always, thank you for stopping by. Let's continue the no melee deep elf elementals that we have with -6 slaying, as you can see. -6 slaying and a great ring on the other slot. Yeah, I probably should drop the Robe of Night. You lost a Halfling Hunter to Hubris in Bolts 5, so it goes. Yeah, Bolts 5 is not a happy level. It really is like a pretty dangerous place to be in. And you know what's also pretty dangerous? Entering the depths and immediately seeing a Nettin next to you. Oh, Shaper! Oh my God! Thank you for the 2 months. I cannot believe it's already been 2 months. Wow! Like, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate it a lot. You actually, you want to know something? You're one of the first people, like outside from people that I know in real life, that has subscribed for 2 months in a row. So I really appreciate it. Like it's really cool that you want to support me like that. I really appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the content that we are gonna currently be creating. I think this is probably gonna go to YouTube, and here's why. It's a no melee character. How many no melee characters have you personally played? And I mean like you as in the chat, no, not you as in like any singular person. No melee characters are pretty gimmicky in Crawl as it is right now, so I'm definitely like really excited for uploading this one to YouTube. You've been playing very poorly lately. You would like to see someone play well. Well, I'm gonna try my best. I mean, not to be like prideful or something, but I think the character is doing extremely well, and I can still kill it, of course, because at the end of the day, I am a deep elf with no melee, no like consistent way to regain mana and all that jazz. But on the other hand, I have absolute zero, and you know, absolute zero. We just found a buckler of fire resistance. That is pretty excellent. Now I have 3 pips of fire resistance. Yeah, I have 3. Okay, so my defenses are excellent as they are right now. Maybe if I go into, yeah, okay, they're pretty good. These defenses, these resistances are nothing more and nothing less than what I need to win the game. But I can still like mess up, of course. Tiles, yes, thank you for reminding me. I knew I was forgetting something. You know, it always happens. It always happens with me. I forget to watch tiles. File of Flots. Okay, I already have one. I haven't touched this character in a couple of days, so I absolutely don't remember like anything except for the fact that it doesn't have melee and it's wearing -6 slaying. Okay, a couple of very nice rings and amulets. We have willpower, a couple of randarts, intelligence. Nothing that we really need, but like cool stuff. We're still working on getting good with non-melee characters. Your Halfling Hunter of Water was almost exclusively slings and a few spells. That didn't turn out great. Yeah, in my personal opinion, the best thing that you can do is to get some melee. Like, no matter what your character is or what your character is doing, I really like melee. I also like Blink. Do I have Blink? I don't have Blink. Okay, that's a pretty good reason to buy one of these. I could also get a Manual Fire Magic. If I had Ignition, I would buy it. I don't think I have Ignition though. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case. I don't have Ignition, so we are not gonna be buying that. Bolts 5 Hog Breeze with having Punk. That sucks, because Punk is like the ultimate weapon that you want to get with a Halfling. Like, I don't know, a debuff wants to get like Zephyr or the Stormbow or something like that. Pretty much anyone wants to get Damnation, but a Halfling really wants to get Punk. Longblade's trained up, but Punk is too fun. Yeah, Punk is incredible. It really is a pretty crazy weapon to have. We're gonna learn some Blink. Blink is a pretty good spell. I pretty much always get it whenever I have the chance to do so. And leaving that aside, I'm gonna try to Absolute Zero as much as I can, or at least all the monsters that need to be Absolute Zeroed. And here's something that I completely disagree with. Like, we see a Juggernaut Simulacrum, it's literally made out of ice. Why can't I do this to the monster? A Juggernaut-shaped block of ice. Why can't I turn Simulacra into blocks of ice when they are already blocks of ice? Yeah, I don't know about it. Oh, Awa, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we have Fury as a soundtrack. Someone suggested it the other day. Let me hook you up with the soundtrack if you like it, so you can keep it for the future. I personally think it's pretty good. Like, when someone suggests a soundtrack, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it, and then if I like it, I end up adding it to like the regular rotation, and it was just the case for that one. Yeah, it was nothing more and nothing less than the case for that particular soundtrack. I've never played the game, but the person who recommended it said that it's a game where you only fight bosses, so like a game with only boss fights, and I love that kind of game. In fact, I would be very happy with Dark Souls if it was like only boss fights. It's not like I particularly dislike the other content in Dark Souls, it's just that I think that the boss fights in Dark Souls are by far the best part of the game. Oh, this could be bad. Yeah, I don't think I can deal with that Ghost mod. I don't think I can deal with that. I don't think I can even outrun it, and I don't have melee, so these guys are like one of the most dangerous things for this character. Okay, let's go ahead and statue form and Absolute Zero. Yeah, Absolute Zero, you don't even need to see the monster that is going to get Absolute Zeroed. So more often than not, that's just like helpful to you. Sometimes it can actually like be harmful because you intend to Absolute Zero something and you end up Absolute Zeroing something else. But yeah, like if you're kind of paying attention, you should be okay whether or not you yeah, you should be attention to whether or not you're gonna Absolute Zero something that you want to do Absolute Zero. Yeah, I'm liking what this character is currently doing. There's a lot of ghost mods. As long as I auto-travel into them with full mana so they cannot drain me to zero the turn that they appear, we are okay because I can just like immediately retaliate with Absolute Zero and kill them. And yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna quiver Absolute Zero. That's just gonna make it faster. I had refrigeration in the quiver, but Absolute Zero is definitely gonna be much better. You apparently own Fury. I don't own Fury, but I will buy it at some point in the future. I think I'm about to get like my second payoff or my second payout ever from Twitch. When I get that, I might buy Fury for myself because I really like this soundtrack. I tend to buy games where the soundtrack is pretty good. Like, for example, I like Streets of Rage 4, the gameplay of Streets of Rage 4. I also like the music, and I feel like if it was only one or the other, I wouldn't really like the game that much. But since it's like the combination of both, that's what makes me really love Streets of Rage 4. Okay. Yeah, this level seems pretty nasty, not gonna lie. The fact that this level has ghost mods is already super nasty, and it's also made out of crystal. It has troll earth magi. In case you don't know, crystal reflects bolts of fire, bolts of cold, and it also makes bigger explosions with LRD that deal more damage. So this is like a super nasty level where if I didn't have resistances, I could potentially get like one shot. There's Crystal Guardians and random garbage like that. That is definitely trying its best to one shot you. Yeah, how has life been going for you, AWOT? I haven't seen you here in a while, but I know that like you've been supporting the stream for so long. I cannot help but to thank you. Um, I hope you have been enjoying the content, and I hope that it has been helpful to you. Okay, we got a soundtrack from Master. We're gonna have to check it out at some point in the near future. No Ness from the Wicked by Bomitron. I'm gonna have to give it a try. Yeah, it's just like NES covers, right? At least it looks like that. Wow, did I miscast Absolute Zero twice in a row? That's not good. Okay, another miscast of Absolute Zero. I guess I don't mind getting miscasts of Absolute Zero because as long as it doesn't happen in a crucial moment, like if I miscast it against a Ghost Moth, that's a crucial moment. If I miscast it against like a Nugger, or rather like a Troll Earth Elementalist, we should be okay, even if we don't insta kill it, because like a Troll Earth Elementalist is like kind of dangerous. But it's not that dangerous if I'm at full HP, right? On the other hand, a Ghost Moth is kind of death to this character if I run out of mana, and if I run out of mana and I still have the Ghost Moth on the screen, like I just die pretty much, because I won't be able to defend against it because of the nature of this character. You know, the not having melee thing. Yeah, against Iron Trolls, since they resist cold, I'm pretty sure they resist cold at least. Let me double check that. I think they do. Yeah, resistant to fire and cold. When something says iron, you can probably be pretty safe, assuming that it resists fire and cold. Or at the very least, it's gonna be immune to fire, like... oh, this is a Hellwing, never mind. Yeah, I forgot that I recolored my Hellwings, so they have a different color. I made some changes to my RC file, like it's a bunch of changes that a lot of people disagree with, I guess. But like my Hellwings look like the old Iron Devil monster that was removed from the game a while ago. And my Executioners look like Hellwings actually, because I think of Executioners as pretty weak monsters. If you have any form of armor class, an Executioner is not gonna be able to kill you unless you like royally mess up. Haven't played much lately, been busy here and there. Went to see a friend a few states over last weekend, that was fun. Man, I also want to be traveling myself in the near future. My trips are usually like not cross a state, of course. Most of my friends, if not to say all of them, they live in Mexico City, so I don't really have to spend a lot of time and money to reach them. And talking about a friend, I am going to meet a friend that I haven't met in a while very soon, because we have a side business venture. We are, well, my friend has a magic shop pretty much, and I'm streaming for my friend, like in name of the brand. I am streaming in Spanish, so I do not really expect a lot of overlap from here and there. But I'm streaming, and I want him to stream because he has like a very good personality for this. Like he's so good at magic, and he has like such an appealing personality too. So I've always told him, like, dude, you're literally made for streaming. You have to stream. And we're gonna make it happen very soon, actually. So I'm kind of excited for that. I'm gonna meet him. Yeah, I'm gonna meet him in a couple of weeks. Yeah, more like a week and a half. And we're gonna do like some IRL streaming. Since he has his business with magic cards, I am going to be I am going to be helping him. Like make an IRL magic unboxing on stream, and we hope that like pulls some people to liking the channel and eventually buying some magic. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for that one. But leaving that aside for the moment, like if you've been looking at the screen, you've probably already realized that this character is just like walking around using absolute zero against everything, and whenever there's like more than a couple of monsters on the screen at the same time, I'm just using refrigeration, which kills them all faster than absolute zero. So yeah, this character has no melee, so I can still like run out of mana and die. That's something that can happen with this character. I sure hope it doesn't happen, but it's definitely something that I have to keep in mind. Okie dokie. What is this? A scroll silence. Okay, we're not gonna pick that up. Yeah, we don't really care about a scroll silence with this particular character. Do liches get Orb of Destruction now? Have they always gotten Orb of Destruction? I don't know. I also don't know if LRD, if using LRD on like a block of ice from absolute zero deals cold damage. I would assume that it does, but I don't know for sure. I guess it does. Following that logic, does using LRD on like a molten gargoyle, even like if you can, I don't know if you can do that for sure, but if you can, does it deal like magma damage? I don't know, like the same kind of damage that Bolt of Magma deals? I might have to find out. Okay, I like how this bolt is like really obviously strong, and I'm still like murdering everything with just absolute zero. Oh wait. Oh, it's a buckler of protection. For a second I thought it was a buckler of resistance. I would have liked to have one of those. Not that I really need it with this character. Like I think this character is very evidently pretty strong, and it doesn't really need anything else when it comes to resistances. But I would appreciate a second pip of cold resistance, just because I am not precisely the most robust of characters. Even if I do have the robust mutation, I still have like 10% less HP than a human, or something along those lines. What is that? What is that? Oh, I know what that is. It's like I went in and I didn't clear it. Yeah, for some reason I didn't clear it. But I'm perfectly capable of clearing it. I just have to walk towards there and use absolute zero. And I remembered something that I said, what was it, Tuesday? Yeah, I remember something that I said Tuesday, and that was that I should level up dexterity, because like if I'm already casting absolute zero well enough, do I need more intelligence? Like at that point, do you ever need more intelligence? My conclusion to that is no, you probably don't need more intelligence. So I'm just gonna level up dexterity for 27. I already leveled it up for 24 to get a bit more evasion. Yeah, I'm gonna get fighting to 20.9, I guess, and then we're gonna get like dodging to maybe 20 or something. I wouldn't mind getting the 27 dodging title with this character, actually. I would be okay with that. But let's see what we get at the end of the day. Okay, before I go to depths 5, yeah, just checking that I didn't get like hatched or something, or shafted. Okay, doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, that went awfully fast, not gonna lie. I thought that new depths was supposed to be like much harder, and that it was supposed to take you like much longer than before. I don't know. I mean, it's because this character has absolute zero. That's pretty much what it is. If it didn't have absolute zero, I bet most of these fights would have been troublesome for me. Definitely, they would have been troublesome, especially with the no melee thing. But But yeah, thanks to Absolute Zero, we are at the point in the game where melee or no melee, like it doesn't really matter anymore, and I'm just gonna kill everything. Okie dokie. Oh, that's a white very ugly thing. That's my bad. Um, yeah, white very ugly things are like very resistant to cold, so I'm never gonna kill it with absolute or with refrigeration. But Absolute Zero one-shots it nonetheless, and Juggernaut-shaped block of ice. Oh, four caustic strikes, delightful. That could be a problem. I think that makes me want to go into statue form. Yeah, now there's 2, now there's 1, and now there's 0. Okay, Absolute Zero is a good spell. What can I say? Good spell is good. Nice. I miscast Absolute Zero for 10 damage. We should be okay with taking 10 damage, like it really doesn't affect me that much. Yeah, since you mentioned that you haven't played much lately, I recommend you to give Trunk a try as it is right now. There's been some very interesting changes lately. Like demigods now get 4 stats per level or every 3 levels, which is absolutely insane and very, very good, very strong. I love it. I've never really liked demigods, and I love that change. So I guess that should really tell you a lot about that particular change. There's also the fact that Ashensari was reworked. I haven't tried the new Ashensari. People have said that Ashensari is much stronger now than it was before, and I kind of buy it. They've also said that it's more fun, and I don't know. Like I don't know about that one. I personally don't like the whole playstyle of cursing yourself to get benefits, and therefore I don't like Rue. But I don't know if it like suits your personal tastes. Yeah, try Demigod, and if that doesn't work out for you, try Ashensari with like any other species. Any other very significant changes to species that I can think of right now? Not quite, not quite. Well, depending on how long you haven't played for, you might not have seen the new kobolds with like the nerfed line of sight. That might be interesting for you. I personally don't like it because I like big line of sight for big well, for to have the ability to hit things from afar. Kobolds kind of don't have that anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Annihilations doesn't have ignition, so we're not gonna buy that. It does have Firestorm. I don't even have Fire Magic. Okay, never mind, never mind. Nose got nerfed a little bit. Yeah, the nerf was actually so insignificant that I had completely forgotten about it, but they used to have like much better stats than humans, and they got nerfed into having human stats, which shouldn't really be that big of a deal. They're still pretty good. Like +8 on every aptitude is pretty fantastic. They can make use of whatever they find, and it doesn't get any better than that. I think that having the ability to use most, if not all, of the things that you find in the game is really good. There's a lot of characters that have to make sacrifices and like build decisions at some point in the game. Most don't really have to do that. Sure, they have issues with like minimum delay weapons or getting a weapon to minimum delay, or like takes them a while to get to minimum delay with a two-handed weapon, or to get like a high level spell. But like you can win the game only like using a one-handed weapon, a kite shield, and like level 5 and level 6 spells. Like you can win the game like that, and it's not even hard. So yeah, those are still pretty crazy good. We're gonna do Bolts 5. Let's see. Any reason to not do Bolts 5? Yeah, we're okay. Like I have 3 mutations that 2 mutations that I would immediately try to remove, like Strangely Shaped Body and berserkitis. I also have a stat rot which is your body deteriorates upon taking damage. I don't really care about that one. But yeah, since this character is not meleeing anything, I don't really care about those bad mutations. And the good mutations that I have, like I have the best good mutation available in the game. Like I have Robust. Gnolls are one stat worse than humans, huh? I thought they got the same stats as humans, but one worse than humans is kinda not good. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do Bolts 5 as my third rune, because I have Refrigeration. Refrigeration and Absolute Zero should like completely enable me to do this, like without many complications. So Statue Form, and we land who knows where. Let's find out where we landed actually. Magic Mapping. Oh, this is a very good place to land in, like seriously good. Because it means like I am in a super safe spot where I only have to kill the things that I'm currently seeing on the screen. In order to do that, however, I think I'm better off like just stepping away and Absolute Zeroing here so I can properly run away from those things. I think they were meleeing the blocks of ice and they got distracted. I'm not gonna complain about that, but it was kind of weird. Give me 1 minute, well, more like 30 seconds. I need to do something real quick. Alrighty, we are back, and we are ready to continue killing everything in Bolts 5, like a madman. Okay, so apart from the Ice Dragon, everything should die to a couple of casts of Refrigeration. And then we can Absolute Zero the Ice Dragon. I got marked by the Etin. That is pretty bad, actually, especially considering that I cannot drink cancellation. Yeah, that is not good. Yeah, that is pretty bad, actually. I might have to teleport away from this one. So I can like either run for my life or double down on what I'm currently doing and like just refrigerating everything to death. Well, apart from the Iron Dragon. For the Iron Dragon, I would definitely use Absolute Zero. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let's see how it goes. Normally, in like any situation where you're marked in Bolts 5, that's like seriously messed up bad, and you probably should try to not die. With this character, with Refrigeration, we should maybe be okay. Maybe, and only maybe, we should be okay. Okay, only Refrigeration there. There was no cast of Absolute Zero. I thought I was gonna need it for like the Iron Dragon. It didn't seem to be the case, and for that I'm very grateful because Absolute Zero costs a lot of mana. Okay, my Statue Form is about to wear off. We should be okay without Statue Form. Okay, now for the Ice Dragon, we're gonna use Refrigeration. I wish I had, or rather for the Ice Dragon we used Absolute Zero obviously. I wish I had Ignition. Ignition would be okay here. It wouldn't be that good because this thing is immune to fire? No. Resistant to electricity, fire and cold, so yeah. Well, Ignition or not Ignition, I still would have a hard time killing this War Gargoyle, but the Freezing Red would die immediately to Ignition. Might have to teleport because I'm kind of running low on mana. The entrance party is actually coming this way. Okay. Righty, please don't kill me. Kind of running low on mana. Not a fan of that. Okay, when you run low on mana, you should start using other things. Oh, that sucks. This thing was obviously a shapeshifter, but it shifted shapes before I could kill it. Like, We got an unlucky roll with that Bolt of Acid, it seems. It is what it is. Not much to do about it now. And I have poison resistance, so the Fiend Ant is probably not gonna poison me. I think it's very unlikely that it poisons me. Okay. Wow! Like I didn't get the kill on the Annihilator after that. I don't know if I agree with that one, but sure. Okay, how much HP do you have? 67, and you're like heavily wounded with a no armor class. If I had LRD like guarantees me the kill on this guy, I'm pretty sure, if I had it, but I don't. So I don't really know what to do in this particular situation. I think I'm gonna take a risk here and use Ice Blast. Yeah, didn't kill the Annihilator. Made a ton of noise. Not that it really matters because I'm marked anyway, so monsters are definitely rushing towards me. Probably should read another teleport here. And before dying, we are gonna use refrigeration here. Hopefully a couple of times, depending on if I get mana back from Behemoth or not. Unfortunately, Behemoth liked my kill of the Annihilator, but not enough for him to give me mana back, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, the Reaver is not remotely close to dying, and the Tentacle Monstrosity, of course, is also not remotely close to dying. So I cannot like irradiate those guys. I would definitely love to do so. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for the teleport so I can like land and hopefully land in a good position, which this is kind of a good position, but not really. I guess if I use Condenser Bane, we should be good to go. And then we can follow up with some refrigeration. Yeah, that is gonna kill like everything in maybe 1 to 2 turns. This would be a perfect turn to melee these guys, like just waiting for them to die. But I have -6s laying and I have berserkitis. I'm not gonna risk it. Maybe we can get a Chimera friend. Okay, I hope that you're poison resistant. Yeah, thank you for that. And it seems to be working quite well. Are you poison resistant or something? You are not cold resistant, so I'm not gonna be able to use refrigeration against you, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait until my Chimera friend dies so I can do the thing. And yeah, doing the thing, as you can see here, is quite effective. Yeah, quite effective. Oh, we got 20.9 fighting, so now we're gonna get some dodging. Yeah, we can probably just leave it on for the rest of the game. Okay, this is all the guards that spawned in the middle of the level, by the way. I know for sure that's the case because, like, to begin with, I'm very close to the middle of the level and no guards have come in to flank me. So what happened is that I got marked like down here, right? So they all were like, oh no, and they walked all the way from the middle of the level to down here, and then I teleported and I landed here, and of course a couple of them were trying to intercept me here, but most of them were down here because they were already so close to me when I first teleported. And after my second teleport, I landed here, and then like now they're coming back to try to kill me, which they're not gonna be able to do, but sure, they can try. Okay, how do we kill the remainder of these things? Probably a couple of absolute zeros, actually. Yeah. Did I get a miscast, by the way? Yeah, that was a miscast. That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate miscast. Not the worst thing in the world, but certainly kind of bad. I kind of needed the mana, and I also don't think I got mana regeneration from those kills. Kind of unfortunate. I really could have used some mana regeneration there. And I could also use the Condenser Bane recharging. right about now. Kind of low on HP as well. That is not good. Yeah, that is not good. We're gonna have to teleport again. This is the nature of Bolts 5, I'm not gonna lie. This is what you sign into when you do Bolts 5. Yeah, this is not a nice spot to land in. I think I want to teleport again. I don't think I'm gonna die next turn because of my resistances. But this is like not a good spot to be in. Yeah, at least I have like Omni resistances for this guy. Like I have poison resistant, cold resistance. Do I have resistance to electricity? I do. I have like everything except for resistance to negative energy. And this guy doesn't have bolt of draining, so we should be okay for a couple of turns. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport again. Yeah, I would like take that fight with full mana, right? But I don't have full mana. I don't even have enough mana to refrigerate more than once. I have Condenser Bane though. We could use Bane and refrigeration, but I'm gonna teleport in like 2 turns. I don't think it's worth it. I'm just gonna wait here. Where are we going? We can absolute zero and probably just leave because I landed so close to the stairs. Might as well just take a chance. By the way, I think the MVP in that fight was definitely the Amulet of Mana Regeneration. Like, I think the Amulet of Mana Regeneration is very underrated on like characters that only cast spells. This character is just that. Like, it doesn't zero melee, no melee on this character. And Mana Regeneration like gave me enough mana to not die or to not be left helpless during that fight, you know. So I definitely think that without Mana Regeneration I would have died in that fight. And Mana Regeneration definitely saved me. Oh, don't absolute zero the work. Might as well just use good old Orbital Destruction. By the way, I personally think that Orbital Destruction is kind of like absolute zero, but fair, you know? It deals incredible amounts of damage, sure, but it doesn't like insta-kill the monster. So yeah, I was thinking about that in the mid-game when I was using Orbital Destruction very liberally to kill things, way before I had Absolute Zero, of course. Now that I do, what I should be doing is Absolute Zero everything. Yep. Nothing beats Absolute Zero when it comes to single target fighting, because it just like gets rid of the problem in the next turn, as long as you don't miscast it, of course. You miscast it is not really very good. Oh man, even freezing grids. I really think that cold immune monsters should not be absolute zeroable. Yeah, it really doesn't feel correct to be able to absolute zero something that is literally made of out of ice before you absolute zero it. But it is in the game, and if it's in the game, might as well take advantage of it, you know? Yeah, like, I think I mentioned this the other stream, but I think that the logic behind removing spells like deflect missiles and haste and all that stuff, the logic behind that was that they were no-brainers, and that people did like some really ridiculous stuff to take advantage of those things, like making macros that stripped your character, and then cast the spell and then wore the armor back. And I don't know, I never saw anyone do that. I mean, I guess it did happen, but I never saw it happen myself. Okay, that's cold resistance and 8 dexterity. I lose resistance to corrosion. We should be okay, because that helmet increases my evasion quite a bit. Yeah, it just so happens that 8 dexterity is very good for your evasion. Okay, we got a double sword. Not that we really care about a double sword, or that we care at all, actually. Oh, that's a couple of invisible monsters, or I guess at least one invisible monster. Yeah, that's the easiest way to deal with it. Might as well just absolute zero. Doki. Ooh, another potion of magic. That's huge. I think I should drop this. That's a pretty incredible ring, right? But I don't need the wizardry, I don't need the resistance to electricity, I don't need the cold resistance, and I don't need the stats. So even though it is like a pretty good ring, I cannot make use of it. It's kind of a sad thing, because I have characters that would kill for parts of that ring, like wizardry and like strength, I guess. I can now cast in like blade or something, and this character, yeah, doesn't care. It legit doesn't care. Truly a shame, truly unfortunate. Oh, work with Ice Blast, kind of annoying, not particularly dangerous, or at least not at this stage of the game. That is one good set of Storm Scales and the Macabre Finger Necklace. Oh boy, do I want the Macabre Finger Necklace? I think in this particular game, believe it or not, my rings are not incredible. Like, it's not like my rings are like, wow, I needed that. You know, like in this game, out of all games, I don't need the Macabre Finger Necklace, and let's also carry that set of Storm Scales, because it really is quite impressive. We can get rid of that and the throwing nets, I think. I don't think I'm gonna be using them. I can definitely get rid of Flame. We can probably get rid of Mind Burst. But I'm not going to, and here's why. If I, oh well, I guess I might drop it, but I'm gonna immediately pick it up after I drop it. My reasoning for keeping Mind Blast alone is that I want to have like a backup plan if I run out of mana. Like for example against a Moth of Brad. I don't know if it would work against a Moth of Brad actually, but I just assumed that it would. We should probably get rid of this, and since we are not meleeing, we can also get rid of this. Yeah, that seems okay to me. And we can pick up the thing that I wanted. Yeah, okay. I am not gonna use that that set of Storm Scales, even though it is incredible, because I don't have the strength to wear it. If I had the strength to do so, like, I would definitely wear them. These are pretty incredible. But as you can see, Absolute Zero 99, Statue Form 98. That kind of ruins the character, and it doesn't really give me that much back. I prefer having 14, 33 that I can just like decide to toggle into 36, 33 over what the Storm Scales provide me. Don't misunderstand me. I feel like I want to be as clear as possible on this. The amulet, or not the amulet, but like the set of Storm Scales that I found is extremely good. But this character cannot take advantage of them, unfortunately. That's just what it is. That's a bunch of elves. If we are fighting a bunch of elves, we're better off just refrigerating them. Yeah, Absolute Zero is like... Absolute Zero is the best thing currently in the game. Like, not even exaggerating, it is the best thing in the game as it is. Like, there's no competition for Absolute Zero. Nothing in the game is better than Absolute Zero. It's like the ultimate thing that you can get with your character. It resolves pretty much any issue that you have, because if you have Absolute Zero, you also have the skill for refrigeration, and refrigeration is very good coverage for Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero only kills one thing, but what if you're getting attacked by like 7 small things? You use refrigeration, and then you kill them. And of course, in addition to that, like I also like Ignition and Shatter for my 15 room characters. Because that gives you like near perfect coverage to most, if not all, of the things that the game can throw at you. You can add tornado to that, and then it's actually like full coverage, and you're kind of like godly or godlike. But that's a lot of experience, even for a 15-1 character, so not all characters have access to all of those things. Anyway, let's go ahead and do SOT. We shouldn't really have a hard time in SOT, because we have refrigeration. Refrigeration kinda wrecks Draconians other than the white ones. The white ones may be annoying to deal with because of the resistance. But the other ones are not resistant, and they are slowed by cold attacks. So, pretty good. Do I still have airstrike? Yeah, I do have airstrike. Okay, that's pretty good. We can go ahead and just strike this thing out of the air. Okay, it took me 12 mana. I thought that it was not gonna take me that much mana, but I was quite disappointed by that. Such a shame. You know what? I should probably quiver like refrigeration. You know what? It's gonna be easier to do this. Yep. Refrigeration is one good spell for SOT. Oh, wait, do I see rendered globes? Okay, I know that Bolt is like a death trap because it is a transporter bolt. If you see a transporter bolt, chances are pretty good it's a death trap, and you probably shouldn't enter it. But I might enter it. Probably not, but I might. Oh, I got a miscast on Absolute Zero. So many mods of Rad. What's up with this SOT one? At least they need to melee you to be able to berserk you. By the way, something to notate with this character is that if I get berserked, it's really bad for me. Because I don't have melee, like at all. No melee, zero melee. In fact, I have such little melee that I have -6 slaying. So yeah, don't get berserked. Would be pretty bad if I did. And the reason why I don't have melee is because I kind of like it. You know, it's like pretty much a challenge conduct. Not something that you're. Oh wait, that's Tiamat. Okay, have enough mana to kill these guys. Tiamat is all the way over there. I can one-shot her with Absolute Zero, but there's a couple of Draconians on the way. Okay, I'm gonna get the Dragon Skin Cloak. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, Tiamat is frozen into a solid block of ice. I don't think that should happen because Tiamat is literally a 450 HP Draconian. Oh, I guess 385, I guess. Yeah, almost 400 HP. I guess if you get unlucky with her HP, she can have like 500 or so. I'm gonna get that. Thank you Tiamat. I would have to sacrifice the Cloak of Starlight, but I think we can lose the evasion for the good points, or for the cool points that you get from using the Dragon Skin Cloak. It's really like a very cool item to have. Really want to check that pair of globes, because my globes are like kind of the most lackluster part of my gear. Buckler of Fire Resistance, Robo Willpower, Helmet of Cold Resistance, the Dragon Skin Cloak. I guess the boots are actually that. The boots are much worse than my globes because they are +0. Let's go ahead and enchant them. Yeah. With that being said, I don't think I can survive that. Like, maybe if I had like Shatter to just break it and cheat. Oh yeah, sure. I completely forgot about it. Don't worry about complaining or reminding me of something that I completely forgot to do. We can go ahead and play your soundtrack right about now. pretty good. I like Contra. I played quite a bit of Contra as a kid. I never really beat it because I was not that good, and the game didn't really attract me that much. But I did play a bit of it, and I liked the first few levels. I apologize. You're always cool about that. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just remind me, and we should be okay. I forget about a lot of things. As I always tell you, I have like a really bad short-term memory. I always forget about things that I shouldn't really forget because of the short-term memory. But once I commit something to memory, I just remember it forever. Oh, you feel the orb delay in your translocation. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, this is not quite the best situation. I'm getting hit pretty hard. I'm slow. There's an orb of fire and a curse toe on the screen, and I don't have enough mana to kill everything with absolute zero. I might have enough mana to kill everything. Yeah, I think I got like some mana back from Behumet. That's really good. I think I overestimated the danger that I was in, or maybe I just got lucky with my absolute zero there. Okie dokie. I think for this particular level, we should quiver absolute zero. Oh, and right after I quiver absolute zero, 20 Draconians come into view. Yep, and we finish with full HP. That's or full mana rather, not full HP, but full mana. That was pretty solid now that I think about it. Okay, we got blinked by. What blinked me actually? Was I blinked by a shifter? Yeah. Okay, I guess shifters do not care about your willpower and just blink you. I wonder if they need line of sight to be able to do that. Or line of fire, I mean, not line of sight. More. Okay, as you can see, refrigeration really messes up Draconians. Ice Magic is in a super good position. Ever since they nerfed the Fire Elemental is the start. Okay, you know what? I have mana regeneration, so we can go ahead and kill you before going to stairs and healing to full, or resting to full mana. That's what I wanted to say. Okie dokie. Moth of Rat. Okay, we can go ahead and do that. A Cloak of Willpower, I like it, but yeah, we're fine. Like I got statue form for defenses, and I haven't really had the need to use it. I'm kind of surprised by that, actually. Like I was really expecting to just be randomly taking hits for like 100 damage at this point in the game, because like my defenses are pretty bad and I'm using a rope. But I guess Absolute Zero kind of trivializes all of that. At the end of the day, Absolute Zero means that I don't really have to be particularly resistant, because monsters die literally in a single turn. It's kind of the same thing that I found out actually so many years ago when I first started liking Deep Elves. Okay. Yeah, when I first started liking Deep Elves, I kind of realized that they that you don't really need to be particularly tanky if you're killing things literally the turn they appear on the screen. Back then it was with Firestorm, I guess now it is with Absolute Zero. But the same principle applies. Yeah, it's pretty strong. I really recommend everyone to give Absolute Zero a try if you haven't already, before it gets removed from the game. I will never stop campaigning to have this thing removed from the game. I feel like it is way too much power for a character to have. Ah, I got my mana drained. I got my mana drained, and now I don't have enough mana to Absolute Zero that thing, at least for a couple of turns. I'm gonna have to run away from it. Maybe step on the teleport trap. Okay, that went pretty well. Okay, hopefully I have enough mana to kill everything here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case. Might as well try with some massive. I really want to get the next refrigeration, so we are gonna wait. And yeah, using refrigeration got me a lot of mana back, much more than I spent on it. So it was definitely the correct thing to do. Very glad that Moth of Wrath didn't decide to berserk like the Storm Dragon, and I'm very glad that the Storm Dragon didn't decide to hit me for like 100 damage, because that could have gone bad pretty quickly, but fortunately it didn't happen. Okay, I'm not on miscast of Absolute Zero. I have a lot of contamination now. Yeah, using Irradiate when consistently getting miscasts is definitely not the best thing ever. I cannot wait to end the game and see how my log file is gonna look like. Because like it's gonna look like no melee, right? Because I haven't meleeed in a very long time. Like ever since I started this stream, I haven't meleeed a single monster. I think in my previous stream with this character, I did melee some monster or some monsters. Why did it make me out of pickle? Oh yeah, I know why. Because they were shiny. The previous stream I did melee some monsters because I had like a +10 spear, right? So with a +10 spear you're bound to melee some monsters, especially if you find it on like D10. But I haven't like trained any melee skills. I'm wearing -6 slaying as I mentioned before, so yeah. I cannot wait to see how the log looks like. Melee nothing for like a very long period of time. With that being said, we're at the final level of the game, SOT 5. We can go ahead and read a magic mapping here. I completely forgot to read them in the previous levels, but it's okay because I didn't really need to do so. And we can just like go ahead and freeze everything. Okay, time to do the thing, actually. No traps this time in the lungs. A couple of SOT traps, a couple of teleporter traps, a couple of net traps. A couple of dispersal traps that are gonna be quite irrelevant because of the way they're placed in. This seems like it's actually gonna be quite an easy SOT 5. I mean, I hope that I don't end up regretting those wards, because like we never really know for sure, but it's looking pretty good to me, not gonna lie, it's looking pretty good. You have mastered dodging. I completely forgot about that, but sure, we can take it. And in fact, like I remember about that rather recently with my character. I was like, wow, I have 37 evasion, and then I was like, I should check how much dodging I have, but I forgot about it, and now it seems that I have 27. Okay, as is tradition, when I max something, like I'm gonna have the title for the rest of the game, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn pretty much everything on, everything that kind of matters. No, I don't need any more of that. Yeah, these are good enough. Okay, running kind of low on mana, but that went pretty well. Like, I killed like 1/4 of the Salt Bolt in that fight with a combination of Absolute Zero and Refrigeration. So I'm pretty happy with what I currently have going on. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna run away from the Orb Guardian until I have enough mana for Absolute Zero, and then we're gonna Absolute Zero the thing. That's by far the safest way to do that. Oh no, we got a miscast. Okay, we can try again. The beauty of the mana, of the Amulet of Mana Regeneration, like, don't let them tell you it's bad. It's really good with the correct character. The issue is that the correct character is like not a good character. Yeah, but that for that particular not good theoretical character, it's a pretty good item, you know? Okay, goodbye, Mr. Orb of Fire. This has been one of the easiest SOT 5s that I've ever done. Not gonna lie, like, that's the power of Absolute Zero. It just murders the game. Oh, I got SOT trapped for a Reaper. Hello, Dr. Spriggan. Good to see you around. Thank you for stopping by. I see that you have been sticking to your streaming schedule. In case you like don't follow Dr. Spriggan already, you guys should consider doing that. Dr. Spriggan also plays Crawl. Yeah, go ahead and check him out. Oh, they are outside the range. Hello, Mintais. This time you didn't miss me winning the game, indeed. But barely, because as you can see, like, I'm just slaying things here. Oh, I am unable to drink for mana. That could be a problem. Yeah, that might or might not be a problem. Okay, I think with what we currently have on the screen, I can just like walk away. In fact, like, fighting here is like a pretty bad idea because I'm just gonna get netted. Could you avoid being caught in a net? The perks of having 40 evasion. Apparently with 40 evasion, sometimes you dodge being caught in a net. I still have an Orb of Fire in my line of sight, so it's not the best thing in the world. Oh, I can drink now, so I can drink my potion of mana and haste and brilliance. Yeah, because why not? If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink everything. Okay, 40 evasion might be good enough to dodge once, but it seems that it's not enough to dodge more than a couple of nets. Nets are too mighty. Yeah, nets are too mighty for this character. So the sound, well, Blaster Master is the game that is currently being covered by, well, or rather, like the soundtrack of the game that we're currently listening to. Pretty interesting. I've never heard that soundtrack before, and I've also never seen anyone play that game. But it might be an interesting game. I guess I might check it out at some point in my life. Okay, I guess that was it. Are you clearing SOT 5 for experience? I always like clearing SOT 5 in general. I feel like I have an aversion to not clearing SOT 5 because like I feel like if I don't, I'm just gonna like you know, I grab the orb and then immediately next turn I'm gonna get like flanked by guardians or by like orbs of fire or whatever, and I'm gonna die. So my strategy for SOT 5 is pretty much kill everything. If you kill everything, they cannot kill you, or you're like are less likely to encounter yourself in a bad situation. And like this character has absolute zero, might as well do that. So before we continue with the orb run, this time I did remember. Let's go ahead and start a channel point prediction. Amount of Pandemonium Lords found in the orb run. I'm gonna have it as 2 or less and 3 or more. So yeah, let's go ahead and make some predictions. Good luck to everyone. I hope you get whatever result you find most desirable. I hope like I get 2 or less. Not gonna lie, my most desirable result here would be getting 2 or less Pandemonium Lords. We can do like channel point predictions for like everything, but I just haven't kept it in mind. We can do like which floor is gonna have the temple, which floor is gonna have like Sigmund or Grinder or whatever, that kind of stuff. Good music, what's the name? What we're currently listening to is the Legend of Zelda soundtrack. That one, I wasn't looking at the YouTube video, but I just know, like, my favorite streamer has been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda. That's like the title song from that soundtrack. It would be very hard not to know where it's from and that kind of stuff. No problem, Mintice, anytime. Okay, I'm just gonna make a run for it, you know. Let's go D0, and that's the first Pandemonium Lord. This one has Quicksilver Bolt and Invisibility. You're gonna have to Absolute Zero. Oh, we Absolute Zero once, and that does a trick. Okay, not gonna complain about that. Nekosek, goodbye. Lorosiproka. So yeah, my favorite streamer has been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda nowadays. I personally don't like Legend of Zelda that much. Like it has never clicked with me for some reason. I'm really not like a fan of figuring out puzzles, and I feel like the Legend of Zelda is nothing but figuring out puzzles. So yeah, I've never really been into it. Okay, let's go to D1. Two demon spawn. Okay, I think I can just walk away from those guys. They're some of the least threatening enemies that can generate at this point in the game. They don't have spells, they don't have anything other than good melee damage. But good melee damage doesn't really do anything if they don't ever reach me. And it's looking pretty good for this Absolute Zero character. This would be much harder of a challenge if I didn't have Absolute Zero. So I think if I ever do this again, it would be without Absolute Zero. Yeah, it would definitely be without Absolute Zero, because it just is cheating. It's cheating, that's what it is. So yeah, how many Pandemonium Lords did we find? Only one. Yeah, we only found one Pandemonium Lord. So choose prediction outcome. Amount of Pandemonium Lords found in Orb Run. The outcome is 2 or less. So congratulations to Shaper, who got the correct answer for once. Yeah, congratulations to Shaper. I am very glad that I only got one. I'm very glad that I only got one because there's times where you just like encounter like Pandemonium Lord with Firestorm after Pandemonium Lord with Glaciate after Pandemonium Lord with Silence after Pandemonium Lord with like Glaciate. And you know, all that kind of stuff, like legit messed up Pandemonium Lords or like Seraphim or like other really extremely dangerous monsters for a normal 3-rune character, you know? So yeah, it was a pretty good character without melee, like no melee debuff was completed. I'm very glad that I did this character. Wait, let me inscribe one of my rings, the -6 slaying ring. Yeah, that's correct. Melee is for bad players. It's not really true. I don't actually believe that, but that feels like something someone should inscribe on a slay -6 ring, you know? So let's go ahead and win the game. Well, actually, before doing that, let's go ahead and do the usual thing. Ambrosia and, well, invisibility, brilliance, flight, and haste. I barely hasted this game, by the way. Like, I used like 2 potions of haste today. Yeah, pretty much today. I only used 2 potions of haste. But I guess that's kind of the power level that we achieved as a direct result of having Absolute Zero. That's just kind of what Absolute Zero is supposed to do. And yeah, we are good to go. We're good to go now. No melee, no weapons, no slaying. Actually, -6 is slaying. We did use Absolute Zero, we did use evocations. It was a pretty fun character. Machine Spray, thank you for the GGs, same goes to AWAT. Thank you all. It was a pretty fun character. Yeah, after when I tried to play like on what was it, on Monday? Yeah, Monday was a pretty rough stream. I finished the character, and then I played like 2 bad characters, and I have to call it there for the night. But on Tuesday we started that debuff, and it was a pretty fun character. It did melee some things in the early game, but never drained the weapon skill, never got slaying. Actually, I was using negative slaying, as you saw, and it even had berserkitis. So I was not meleeing, like I was straight up not meleeing. Pretty fun character. With that being said, I kind of want to try something new. Let me go ahead and switch the scene, because like you're seeing the windscreen.